Morning, guys. Welcome to chilly day number 150 on the Appalachian Trail through hike. Today is town day. Really looking forward to it. Today is the final town day. There are no more towns after Monson. So this will be my last town day, last resupply, last hostel, all of it. It's kind of hard to believe, but here we are. I'm staying at the famous Shaw's today. Hoping to get there around 1. It's about 7:10 right now. I got up pretty early. I'm trying to make it to town as quick as I can to enjoy it as much as I possibly can. And got some pretty exciting news. When I went to book it yesterday to make a reservation, they said, "Hey, Retriever, how you doing?" And I said, "Hello. Do I know you?" But anyways, a trail angel picked up the room, laundry, and breakfast for me and got me a private room, not a bunk. So thank you very much. That was really nice of you. Did it for my birthday, so that's awesome. Really happy about that. And that's part of the reason why I'm trying to get there as quick as I can so I can enjoy it as much as I can. More hours there, more relaxation time. So that's what I'm gonna do. Trail's supposed to be very cruisy from here to Monson. There are 2 river fords though I did here, so that'll slow me down. And I hear you have to take off your shoes and everything like that. So probably be freezing cold the river right now, or the stream. I don't know how big the ford is or anything. I just heard that there are 2 of them. It sounds like they're kind of back to back. I should have asked a little bit how back to back. Is it one of those things you keep the water shoes on and just go to it, or do you put the hiking shoes back on and then do it a second time? I don't know. I should have asked that. But maybe if I see a Sobo guy or somebody coming this way before the river crossings, that's what I'll ask. And then, yeah, it's gonna be, I'm looking forward to going to this deli, and I guess the gas station has like amazing food too, by the way. And then do a full resupply at Monson, at Shaw's. I'm looking forward to showing you this, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. I've heard like Shaw's is one of the most loved hostels on the AT, hands down. I want to say Shaw's probably gets more people than anyone who through hike. I'm sure there's one in Georgia that probably gets more people, but a lot of people in Georgia, they don't make it by that time they get up here. So I bet you Shaw's has the most amount of through hikers out of anyone, just due to the fact that you have to go to Monson, and before you enter the wilderness, it's like the last spot, and there's nothing in the wilderness. You don't get food. There's nothing there, so you have to resupply, and that's where the Monson's that place. So we're gonna get there. We'll see it. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm gonna show you guys the trail. Here's the river we gotta ford. It's definitely a not rock hoppable one. No rocks anywhere. But you see the trail back there. Looks to be about 2 feet deep at least back down there on the other side over there. Just trying to figure out the best way to go. But shoes coming off. Here we go. Made it across. It was just below the knee is how deep it was. Hoping there's not another one, because I did just put my shoes back on. Walked with my sandals for a little bit, but the second one never appeared, so I'm not walking with my sandals forever. So, and it looks like we're getting away from the river, so I'm thinking that was it. Hey guys, let's walk and talk a little bit about the trail to come, and I'll show you the trail as I walk and discuss. So I've been looking forward to doing this segment for months, because this segment is the Katahdin segment. So let me talk a little bit about Mount Katahdin. All right, so before we get there, we go through an area called the 100-Mile Wilderness. From here on out, you'll probably hear me call it the wilderness. I might call it the 100-Mile Wilderness, but the wilderness is the 100-Mile Wilderness. It's 100 miles. There's no services, nothing in it. Just absolutely the most remote section on the AT, hands down. Very rugged, rocky, and rooty. The first 30 miles of it has some climbs. The last 70, they really don't. It's kind of flat, but rocky and rooty throughout. That leads to a state park in Maine called Baxter State Park. And inside Baxter is home of Mount Katahdin. And that's the northern terminus of the Appalachian Trail. That's where it all ends. That's where every thru hiker dreams about well before they get to Springer Mountain on their northbound thru hike attempt. Everyone wants to get there. It has many names throughout the trail, and there is a kind of a superstition around Katahdin that you kind of don't mention Katahdin's name until you enter Maine. Some listen to it, some don't. Some don't even know about it, and that's fine. And that's kind of where you get the nicknames for it. Mama K is probably the most common. The Magical Mountain in Maine is another very common one. And on top of Mount Katahdin is the Sign. The Sign is the famous place where everyone climbs to take their final picture that they've completed the Appalachian Trail. It's a celebration up there. It's an amazing place. I've never been there. I think I mentioned a couple times now, but I'll mention it again. I got into peak bagging probably about 6 years ago, and it's always been the mountain I've been wanting to climb the most in life. Above Everest, Kilimanjaro, Aconcagua, Denali, or any of the other 7 summits even. It's named after Penobscot, Native American tribe. They actually believed that the god of storms lived up on top of Mount Katahdin, and they avoided it due to the weather being so bad up there at times. And they, in their language, Katahdin, it means, when translated, to the greatest mountain. And I personally believe they couldn't have had a better name. To me, it is the greatest mountain on earth. Never even been there, but I've thought about it for 10, 15 years, and like I said, it's the mountain I want to climb more than any mountain on this planet. There's multiple trails to get up Katahdin. There's the A-Ball, which, by the way, I will be taking the A-Ball down. There's the Hunt Trail, which is the official Appalachian Trail. So the Hunt Trail is the Appalachian Trail up Katahdin, and that's the blazed route that we will be taking. So it was kind of a little bit about the history of Baxter and Katahdin. Baxter was a governor of Maine, and he did a lot of work to try and preserve Baxter, what is now known as Baxter State Park. in the Katahdin area. Didn't really work so well for them during the time. Different era in government. They believed in more privatized than public type of stuff back then. But he really wanted to protect it. So he spent his life fortunes buying the land, buying as much stuff he could around Katahdin. Later on, it got passed on, and it's now a state park with one condition, that Baxter and Katahdin will remain forever wild. So there are some strict rules and regulations around Baxter State Park and how you can hike it and who can hike it, and there's just some protection, like conservationist type of stuff around Baxter, and I love that. There's been talks about making Katahdin Woods a national park. I have no idea how that would happen with the with Maine owning Baxter, and how it's kind of like Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls is owned by New York, and it's not a federal national park, I don't know. I don't see how that could ever happen, and in a way, I hope it never does. I hope Baxter and Katahdin stay protected, stay wild, and forever remain the end of the Appalachian Trail. There's been a lot of discussions about changing it. I hope to God that never happens. And also, yeah, it's just a really magical place. It's the greatest mountain, and I've always joked, going back to the trailhead discussion, that there's different trailheads to get up Katahdin. I've always joked that the trailhead for me and the official trailhead to climb Mount Katahdin is atop Mount Springer in Georgia. That's the only way that, for me, that I would ever climb this mountain, is to finish the through hike, or a section hike, I guess, of the Appalachian Trail. That's where it ends, and in a couple days, I'll have earned the right, in my opinion, to climb the greatest mountain on planet Earth and summit Mount Katahdin. Whoa! Very slick, watch out. I was almost sitting in the river. Made it to the road, getting picked up by Shaw's in a bit. All right, guys, I'm gonna try and show Shaw's. It's a really big place. So here's like the camping area. That building over there is like their resupply. The famous Poets Emporium's there. Here's the dining area. Huge kitchen. They got, I mean, this is seriously just one building, guys. There's several buildings here. Here's this cool hangout area that everyone's at. Here's the bunkhouse to the left. Here's the cottage. My room's up there. I'll show that later tonight. Another hangout area here. And here there's a bunch of showers and laundry and loaner clothes. It is absolutely massive, this place. They can rent or borrow their paddle boards and canoes. Oh my God. There's my buddy Lava. I haven't seen him in forever. There's the dog. Poets Gear Emporium, where Grams go to die. This place is legit. resupplies up here. I haven't been up here yet. Here's the Emporium. I mean, it's got everything. Oh my gosh, this is... all the food. This is Monson General Store. This is downtown Monson. It's just a couple buildings. I'm going to this gas station in a second. Look, gallery. Plate number 1 for the walk back. Pizza and bacon cheeseburger.
Okay, are you also a North fan?
Yes.
That's when Leader is here. It was January of 1984, and no one was. Oh wow! Yeah, it was a father.
Second half of the walk back. Sandwich time. Turkey, bacon, apples. I'm Super Pig. 4 cinnamon rolls, 2 down. Oh, by the way, this is the room. All my stuff is everywhere. I'm super zoomed in, but I got a cool little koozie for my birthday. Some more loons. These ones are closer. Hey guys, so that wraps up day number 150. The day and the night at Shaw's was amazing. There are tons of people here. I mean, there's got to be 30 people here. About 20 of them I've never seen. I think a lot of people hike the 100-mile wilderness, and so I think they're just starting because they're not through hikers. None of us know who they are. It's kind of weird feeling, but there's a lot of through hikers here too, and we're all planning our summit day. We went to the visitor center. They told us everything we needed to know about the wilderness in Katahdin. So almost certain I have my summit day. I'm actually quite certain I have my summit day. I'm looking to get into the wilderness, through the wilderness in 5. So it's going to be some big days coming up here, and it really feels like it's coming to an end. Like, I don't know, it's kind of crazy just being the last of everything, and it's exciting, but it's a weird feeling. Probably will be all done in 7 to 8, 9 days at the most from here. I know we got a lot of miles still. You know, 100-mile wilderness is 100 miles, and it's a lot of hiking, and I know there's a lot of miles to go, but it just kind of feels a little different here than the other town days. And great place, loved it, had a really good time, and I'm really excited to tackle the wilderness and see how remote and wild it really is. I've heard it's really rooty and rocky. First 30 miles, some climbs, last 70 flat, and well, I mean, Katahdin's right there. It really is. I can can't really totally see it, but I can feel it's there and it's coming to an end, and I can't wait. So I'm gonna get some sleep here. Got all my chores done, got all my food, and that's the last resupply of the trip. So you guys have a good night, and we'll get after it again tomorrow. 13 miles today, by the way. I think under 2,000 elevation, just absolutely cruising. I hiked the whole day with Cheers and AC, and we looked down and we were only 3.3 miles from town. Couldn't believe it. Absolutely flew by. We were flying, and tomorrow will probably be a big group leaving Shaw's together, and I'm certain the next 4, 5, 6 nights I'll be with people the whole time. So I'm looking forward to it, and you guys have a good night, and To Katahdin we go.